Welcome back to Experience Distilled. This is our second episode, so thank you for coming back and joining us. So, John, today let's talk about what it means for a brand to be profitable. What does that mean to you?
To me, it means, are you profitable on each individual SKU that you have or each individual effort of your business? But do you understand where your costs are, and do you understand where you make money on each individual product or effort?
I talk to distillers all the time, and I say, what does it mean to be profitable? And the most common response is, if I've got money in the bank to cover payroll, then I'm profitable. I'm like, that's not quite right. So today, let's dig into an example. Ideally, every business transaction you have in this industry should be profitable. Everything you're selling to distributors should be profitable. Everything you're selling your tasting room should be profitable. If you've got a restaurant, it should be profitable. All right, so here's the scenario. We've got a $50 retail bourbon, and I'm selling it through distribution for $25. I've got $7 in packaging. I've got $10 in my cost for whiskey, and I've got roughly $3 per bottle for variable labor. That means that I've got $20 in costs, including federal excise tax. I'm making $5 profit through the distributor, which is only a 20% gross profit margin. Now, that's certainly not enough. Your target should be at least 50%. But John, what in this scenario can someone do?
You've got two options. You got to raise your price, and you got to understand whether or not the market can bear that, whether or not you can sell the products at that price point. Or you've got to look at how to trim your costs. You've got to look at having a bottle made in the US and trying to avoid the current situation we're in with tariffs. Increase your throughput, whether that is, and to reduce your labor costs. Sourcing liquid. If you're sourcing liquid, then it's never been a better time to buy liquid right now. So if you're doing that, you've got to be able to go out and find some less expensive liquid to put into the bottle, or you've got to look at maybe some blending opportunities, right? Making a product that is now maybe even greater than the sum of its parts, better than what you had. So
But I think the takeaway for the distillers here is that you got to do this analysis on every single SKU, right? How much money are you making on your vodka? How much money are you making on your gin, right? You may have a really fancy Amaro or liqueur, but are you capturing all of the true costs that go into it? And are you making money at the end of the day? Got something going through distribution, take a hard look. And one thing we didn't even talk about today was the distributor fees, the sample allocations, the shared promotional dollars.
we lose a little bit on each item, but we make it up in volume.
I've seen that in action more often than I'd like.